Hey guys, my name is Jason. I'm going to tell you about my 1996 Dodge Neon I got here. Been into Neons for about 15 years now. Never really owned anything else. ACR model, which came from the factory with some upgraded suspension, tighter steering, stuff like that, that made them really competitive in autocross straight from the factory. So you don't see a lot of Neons anymore, let alone ACRs. So here's one for you guys. It's got a Arabuni 221 body kit. In the Neon community, these are pretty rare kit, especially to find one complete with side skirts and rear bumper. Recently this month just painted Hemi orange. Kind of wanted to stick with a Dodge color, so I thought that was fitting. Other than that, exterior wise, it's pretty simple. It's got some carbon accents, which a couple I've made myself. Like it says, the VIS carbon fiber hood also has a VIS carbon fiber trunk lid as well. Kind of a rare accent on the car is some clear tail light. You can make your decisions if that's illegal or not, but I don't drive it a whole lot, so I don't care. This gauge cluster here is a kind of an aftermarket option that someone made about 20 years ago. It's called a Mat Dog cluster. Essentially what they did is switch the tachometer and the speedometer, so you have a center tach. Just kind of cool to have that tach, you know, revving to 8,000 RPMs when you're hitting the road. By me, I have some custom gauge pods there with some auto meter gauges. These seats are factory seats, but they were upholstered by my grandfather who passed away about 5 years ago. So, you know, pretty sentimental to me, and you know, something I'm definitely going to be hanging on to for a long time. Other than that, pretty simple in here. I'll show you guys under the hood. Actually, it's a pretty simple motor. It's a 2-liter dual overhead cam. The late 90s Neons, they came with either a single cam or a dual cam engine, both 2 liters. This happens to be a dual cam. It's got Eagle connecting rods and Wissaco pistons sitting right at about 11:1 compression, and then it's got a ported head with Crower stage 2 camshaft. So just kind of a stock plus type build. It's great for the street. You know, really easy to drive, and then it's pretty zippy when you want to get on it. So all motor mic intake manifold. The guy who makes this is pretty knitted into the Neon community, and he's just an expert welder. So it's a really high flow manifold, which I need for my cams, and it's got a little bit, it's got a larger fuel injector too. So all that kind of ties together to make a pretty good build, and just pretty good setup on the street. So for cooling, I have a Mishimoto intercooler with the fans. You know, these Neons aren't really known for overheating, so for me it's more of a cosmetic effect, but you know, it's good to have that assurance if I'm ever on the dyno or anything like that. So psyched ECU, so it has a little bit of a tune on it. It's got a couple just more cosmetic accents, like a vibrant performance strut tower brace. Future plans for the car: in my garage I have a 2.4 liter bottom end. Like I said, it's a 2 liter. Chrysler in the late 90s made a 2.4 option, which essentially used the same cylinder head. So in the Neon world, it's a very common swap to go to a 2.4 bottom end. You don't gain a lot of horsepower, but you gain, you know, upwards of 30 to 40 pounds of torque, which makes it a good little tire burner. So that's what I got for it right now. It's just going to be a pretty simple build, looking to get some torque and then hopefully burn off some tires here in the near future. So.